Hello and welcome to Breaking Bad Friday. Now, if you've never caught a Breaking Bad Friday, just to let you know, we do one more episode of Breaking Bad every single Friday until we are finished, mate. That is what we do here, and honestly, let's just get into it. I am super excited because last episode we had the revelation that Skyler knew about everything-ish, kind of, a little bit. So I want to see how that plays out, honestly. There's not much more to talk about. I did a lot of talking last episode. Let's see how this goes, shall we? I've got you guys. I've not actually got a coffee. I'll be honest with you. I've had quite a lot already. I'm doing fine. And I've got my flamingo. Good stuff. So yeah, so we're on episode 2 today, by the way, season 3. If you didn't read the title, what are you doing? Read it. Read it. Called Caballo Sin Nombre. Do you know what, actually? Yeah, so we did see something I haven't mentioned. We did see the twins last episode have made an appearance. I don't know what's going to happen with those guys, but probably not good for Walt. So yeah, so I want to see, are we going to see Walt go off the rails more? Do you know what? I want to see someone test Walt this episode because he is not going to take that shit well. Uh-oh. I just wonder if he's going to do that for a little bit. I kind of want him to, a little bit, you know, just go off the rails, man. Interesting, because do you remember in season 1, there was that moment where the cop car was going past and he got like so worried. I'm just remembering the reaction from then to that reaction there, that was just so much cooler, so much like more like kind of, okay, this is happening, okay. He's really relaxed to the point that he's still singing along with the song. Do you know what I mean? It's all kind of showing you that he's just so at ease compared to a season ago.
Your windshield.
Oh, you didn't fix that? Dude. So, okay, this is absolutely fair.
Citing you, sir.
Walt, take it.
So regardless of how that windshield was damaged,
You still got a broken windshield.
Driving this condition.
Yeah, good on him. Dude, Walt, no, don't. Do you know what, actually? Don't take it. Don't take it. Yes.
Sir, listen.
No. You listen to me. This is
calm
America,
down and get back
okay?
in that car.
Oh, God. He said it. He said it.
Step back right now.
Did you even hear what I said?
Oh, you ended up in jail, son. Look at this cop,
remote
man.
is
He's ready to go.
thinking
Do
of-
Sir, calm down.
Help!
you know what? For a cop, this is really restrained. Actually. You fucking idiot. Yeah, he deserved that. He did. But do you remember what I was saying about the whole, like, I want someone to test Walt? Immediately.
Border Patrol came across multiple homicides.
Why did the Border Patrol kick this to us?
They didn't. I pulled it.
Shit, man. I tell you what, Hanky's on it. He's actually really fucking good at his job, you know. You'd say whatever you want about him. His actions are showing that he's spot on. It's all connected, which Hank's kind of worked out.
Too damn quiet in here. Catch some bad guys.
Hey, man, catching criminals can be quiet work. Jan, I fucking got him. See? You don't know. Sleuthing, mate, sleuthing. Don't want to let them know you're onto them. You know what I mean? Like, covert operations. How are you doing, Jesse? You should probably not move back into your old place. I'm going to level with you. He could literally buy his old house, right?
Jesse?
His dad. Yep.
Fixing up the house, huh?
To be fair, though, I'd stay away from it, man. Because his parents are just going to give him shit. Be like, where'd you get the money from, mate? You've got it, we can see it. Where'd you get it from? They'd just refuse him. They just wouldn't sell it to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah, get away.
Yeah, I'm good. I just happened to be driving by and
Though,
saw the sign.
exactly. See, I feel like he's doing this because, like, to a certain extent, he wants comfort. Pause. He's in this, like, not comfortable. He's in this place where he's probably looking for a lot of comfort. Do you know what I mean? Like, a highly emotional, traumatic event has just happened in his life. And he's not really got anyone, right? Jane was his someone, at least for a long time. Walt, you know, as much as I've talked about their bond and their friendship and everything, they're not really, not yet at least, it's not really that kind of warm, nurturing relationship. Even though we've seen bits of that, I don't think it's quite there, right? So I can see why he says he was going through the neighborhood. Was he? Or was he just seeking out familiarity, right? Even if it wasn't his parents, it's the old place. You know, a place where he had things, you know, say what you want about his old life, and when he was in this spot, in this house, things were simpler. You know, there was less riding on things, etc. I don't know, it was just all lower. It was all, you know, if we're talking about it as a hierarchy, it was down here as opposed to where he's kind of got to, and all these kind of high octane things that have been happening to him. Jane, everything to do with Jane included. Yeah, it just shows that he's still, despite last episode and him being like, I'm the bad guy, he still is in that vulnerable place, I think. And I think this is showing that. So I don't think he's quite there to buy the house.
Increases resale value. I read that in.
Maybe he is, though. Bit of both, maybe.
Think I can Get a tour? Come by sometime for dinner or something.
You can see him trying to connect and, you know, try to reach out and be like, can I have a tour? Can I, you know, come around? And the dad's pushing him away, which obviously the parents aren't aware of the place he's in and what's happened to him. Why would they? That's kind of sad.
She doesn't want me to see the kids. She said that?
Yeah, that's like, you understand why. Like, we as the audience understand why, but to everyone else, that's going to seem like a little bit too far. Do you know what I mean? Hank and Marie don't actually know what's happened. So that is going to come across as extreme. And I wonder if there's going to be any pressure. I think I talked about it slightly.
You don't write, you don't call?
Hey, mate. Pause, but I feel like Skylar has been getting a lot of shit. I did talk about it last episode. But I wonder if she's going to get so much shit that she'll crack. Or whether... Obviously, she gave Walt the ultimatum. I don't think he's going to stick by it, right? He's not going to let her go. He's not going to leave it alone. I don't think, personally. I wonder what it'll be that'll make her crack, because she's going to crack, right? Whether it's Hank and Marie asking and being like, you're being harsh, or Walt or Flynn, you know, being like, why? Why? Walt's got this new, like, literally just got a new daughter, and now Skylar's like, no, you can't see her, mate. To anyone else, it's going to seem extreme. We know the reality of it, and I guess we could debate about it properly, but like the other people in the show can't because they don't have all the facts. Yeah, again, sorry, I'm speculating. There's no reason for it. I'm wondering, because one of those is going to happen, or something, or maybe something else, you know, which I hope it's something else, because I you know, as much as I like to predict stuff and I love it when I'm fucking right, mate, and if it's something that comes out of left field but it's just as good as what I kind of am imagining, that's better. That's always better, right? So I hope it's something that I haven't, you know, predicted.
It's not a disaster, all right?
Good. It's not.
Cop, she's not going to tell a living...
Exactly.
There are other fish in the sea.
Oh, too early, Saul, mate. Too early.
I can't be the bad guy.
Interesting.
What?
I can't be the bad guy.
We did see this last episode. I did say that he was showing the most clarity that he'd ever shown in what he wanted to do for himself. And fair play to him, he's doubling down on that. We're sticking with Saul. Okay, he's worried, he's concerned. So that, again, that comes to my point of like, I wonder if outside forces are going to force him back in. Yeah, see, Saul's... Okay, that was significant. I wonder if he's going to talk to Gus.
We may have a wife problem.
Oh, shit.
Look, I need eyes on it.
Right, he's worried that she's going to fucking talk. Okay, fair. See, this is probably what makes Saul so good. Because he doesn't, despite what he says, he doesn't trust people. Right, Skylar was like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. But he's like, sure, okay. But let's just fucking watch her, yeah? Speaks to, there we go. So I was going to say, it speaks to Saul's shrewdness, I think, as a character, which is so interesting because he's always portrayed as this kind of like, this person, this thing, this entity that is very either unprofessional or incompetent, and he's very much not. But it's all very much a facade. But I think that lends itself to Saul getting stuff done.
Hey, buddy, pass casual, man.
But here we go, we're seeing Flynn. We're seeing what I was talking about before, and everyone like pushing back against Skylar because she's not being honest. Here we go. All of these people around this table are going to be people who are going to be like, why are you doing that?
My name's Walter Jr.
Okay.
You may not love him anymore, but I do.
Oh.
I gotta be such a bitch.
Sorry, I saw that coming because of the subtitles, but do you know what? Totally understandable, though, from his perspective, because he doesn't know anything. He just has what is before him. He doesn't know the nuances. Hank's a bit upset, though, as well, I feel like, yeah. Okay, here we go. We're gonna poke, we're gonna prod.
Keep him off from the kids.
There you go. That's the bit that's over the line, I think. That's the bit that's going to be considered to be over the line.
You're right, Hank. It's none of your business.
Hello. All right. Fair play to her. I feel like she could tell Marie. Marie might keep it from Hank. I could see that.
Right. Today I heard the word second cell phone. I know. Look, a guy like Walt, nice guy, decent, smart, underachiever, dead-end life.
Shit.
Gets cancer, time's running out, midlife crisis. He acts up.
Fucking, do you know what? Despite the way that he's framing it and where he's...
Felt so guilty, probably told her himself.
Pause. Despite where he's got to, right, where he's landed, that's a very Hank thing to land on. He's spot on with the analysis. That's everything that, like, I've been talking about. You know, it's the things that I've been analysing, and he's in the show. He hasn't got it all laid before him. He's just been, like, sitting... As much as he's a loudmouth, he's been observing everything, and he's, you know, I guess kept quiet about it and just not really engaged or talked or whatever. He just kind of let You know, there's something to be said, I suppose, for boys sticking together and him not talking. I mean, why would he? At the end of the day, I don't know if I necessarily even would. I'd maybe talk to Walt about it if he was my mate and I was seeing that stuff. I'd be like, look, man, what's going on? You know, do you want to talk about it or something? But like, even then, I don't think Walt would have talked, and you can't really force someone to talk if they don't want to. Do you know what I mean? It's not on Hank at the end of the day. It's Walt doing the thing. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, and it's interesting because we keep seeing Hank display characteristics that do show him as a really competent, perceptive character. Like, sure, he got the thing wrong, but I think, you know, it's a very obvious, without being privy to everything going on, it's, you know, Walt cheating. I think I've said before, it very much seems that way. Why the fuck would you think, oh, he's cooking meth? Oh, he's just completely created a whole organization, a whole business that is like crossing state lines, right? That is not where your mind goes. Of course you are going to think cheating, right? That's completely understandable. Fair play to Hank, I think. It makes me wonder, and I did say it a few episodes ago, last season, I said that it would be so interesting if Hank worked it out for himself, or maybe Walt gives himself away somehow. Maybe Hank tells Walt something that he shouldn't, or some little thing that Hank doesn't think he's giving anything away, but he says something, and then they miss Heisenberg, and then Hank's like, how the fuck did we miss him? And then he's like, hang on, I had that conversation with Walt, and there's maybe like a look that, and he's like, you know, do you know what I mean? And then he starts to say, something like that is becoming more and more believable, because I'm seeing more and more from Hank that leads me down the path that would make me believe that Hank is capable of working it out, which is interesting. So we'll see. Play.
If he cheated on her, then she would have told me by now.
That's true. Yeah, I think she would have too.
Something more.
Damn, these fucking sleuths. Sleuths, man. They're all, get your fucking monocle out, sir. I think I meant magnifying glass, but monocle works, whatever. All right.
You want a job?
Oh.
The job?
Oh, hello, lads. Oh, shit. There he is. Ring the bell. Ring it. Ring it. Ring it. Why are you here, mate? Why is your finger there if you're not going to do it? Oh, that's interesting that they brought him back. That's cool. I appreciate that shit. Don't bring out the Ouija board, mate. It's daylight. That ain't appropriate. Yes! That's what we like. Do it again. Mate. Yeah, fuck. This guy legit has seen Walt and Jesse. Oh man, these twins are gonna come fucking sliding in a big way at some point, aren't they? Alright mate, chill out. Oh fuck. Well that's, well, bollocks. Oh yeah man. Yeah.
Thought I'd,
Oh hello Dick. Sorry. It's just what I see.
Hey girl.
I tell you what man, she's getting a divorce now. It's fucking legit. It's legit.
Hey, thanks for being so flexible and...
Flexible? When? When was he flexible, eh?
I can't sign off on these quarterlies. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, yeah. We've got the little criminal activity in this business as well. And I wonder what the thing that I was saying a while ago.
Do this. It can't be so glaring.
Oh yes. Sorry, hang on. Pause. I will just pause because I want to just stroke my dick for a little bit. Not literally, right? Okay. They just, you know, this guy's not giving me ideas. That's what I'm saying. My point is, what I mean. If you've been watching all my episodes, I said this was gonna happen. I fucking said this was gonna happen, mate. Oh, because what I said was, I wonder if Skylar will find out about Walt, right? Because she was like so reluctant. She was so reluctant when she found out about this stuff in the business, right? And then she came back, and so she compromised herself. And something I did say was like, I wonder if she'll be okay with Walt, because she's kind of like compromised herself this way, and Walt is someone who she loves, and blah blah blah. All that stuff, right? Whatever. But I did say, what did I say? Shit, no, wait. What did I say? Oh wait, no, I'm misremembering. I think I am misremembering. I think that's what I said. That's not what's happening here. Ah, fuck. I got excited. But she was very reluctant to be a part of this. And now that she's like, you can't be so obvious about this dude, right? She's gonna help him out. And I think the reason that she's doing that is because I guess there's an element of, in her mind, she's comparing what he's doing and why to Walt and what he's done. Which I guess, like, do you know what I mean? I feel like in her mind, this stuff is here, and Walt's criminal activity and what he's done is fucking up here, right? So I guess in her mind, she's kind of like, because this is what we do as humans, I think. We compare and contrast to find out the levels that things are at and how good or how bad they are based on comparing them to what we see as worse things or better things, right? And that helps us kind of put things on scales. I think we do this quite a lot in general, and I think that's what she's doing here. And I think as a result, we're seeing that now she's kind of, if not okay with it, no, I think I'd go so far as to say she's kind of okay with it now, which is so interesting. And I wonder if that will come back the other way, right? Maybe she's going to get so deep into this. Maybe it'll get almost, I mean, I don't know where this is going to go, but maybe it'll get to a point. Sorry, I'll try and say this as succinctly as possible. I think maybe it'll get to a point where she even comes back to Walt and starts to understand that maybe what Walt was doing was the exact same thing as this guy. Because this guy is doing the things that he's been doing, the criminal activities, to see the people in his company flourish and be okay and make sure they have money and jobs and make sure the heating's on and that they can afford food for their kids and all this stuff, right? He's breaking the law to help people, essentially, right? That's the logic behind it, the thinking behind it. Now, Walt said in a previous episode, it's complicated. It fucking is. We know that. Obviously, Skylar's at a place, it's very fresh, understandable that she reacted the way that she did, but I wonder if they ever sit down in a room or things develop to a point where they sit down and they talk about it and it becomes apparent the reasons and the why. I think she knows the why anyway, but obviously it's still very raw. You know, she's still kind of having that emotional response to it. Maybe later on if she gets to a point where she's thinking about it and is like... My point basically is I wonder if she'll get to a point where she compares the two things, realises that at their core the logic behind them is the same, and gets to a place where she can, if not forgive Walt, understand and be cordial with him. I just wonder, and that's what I'm seeing from this moment, and that's so interesting on a few levels. But I wonder. Okay.
God, I'm sorry. I know how you feel about this.
Oh, she's not in on it.
Here and here. I don't even know what to say.
I should really watch a whole scene before I start chatting shit, shouldn't I? Fair. That's fair.
Okay, this is fixable, right? How about if I just push 28,000?
No. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. I thought we'd missed a scene.
Into next quarter. Did you sign it then?
I thought we'd missed a scene where what I was saying, like there'd been like a conversation that they had where she was like, "I'm on board. Let's just do this." But no, we're seeing this.
Sign it as it currently exists.
Right. So no, we're not skipping a scene. We're having the scene right now.
I'll take care of it.
Where she's essentially saying like, "Look, I can be okay with this. Let's not be so fucking sloppy, yeah?
Let's just buck up."
Just sure that'll solve everything. What are you doing, mate? Oh no, he's gonna try and woo her. No. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gonna go horribly.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Oh yeah, of course, Jesse. He's gonna buy the fucking house, mate. Good on Jesse. The stuff that I was talking about them just turning him away if he tries to buy the house, like he fucking was on that. He knew that. Great.
Just as well visualize a large bag of money.
We feel 875 is very fair.
Wiggle us on down to 400, and you got yourselves a deal.
He's haggling.
What is that, a joke?
Guys, he's haggling. Just
That's my offer.
That's less than half price.
It's a lot, I'll be honest. Like, but dude, guys, haggle.
I don't know. I just thought some allowance was in order once I heard about the meth lab.
Oh.
How about it, counselor?
Guys, just fucking haggle. What, mate? You ain't got a chance, buddy. Holy shit. I mean, to be fair, actually, if he brought me a piece of that, I'd be fucking putty in his hands, mate. Give me the fucking slice, Walt.
Hello?
Skylar, take the pizza, take Walt Jr., and close the door.
Pizza.
Well, I'm making dinner.
Just put it in the fridge.
What fridge? What fridge is big enough, mate? I know pizza's coming apart in slices, alright? Just chill out.
What kind of example do we want to set here?
Oh, don't you try and
just sit down and eat a piece of pizza together? You've got dipping sticks.
No, dude. You gotta play that. If he's gonna go this way, and obviously he's going to, he needs to play the long game. He can't be pressing it too hard now. By the way, I don't condone this. Like, she's absolutely made a decision. You need to back the fuck off, mate. But like, if he's gonna do it, this isn't the way to fucking do it. No! First of all, that's impressive. Second of all, fuck off, Walt, mate. You just wasted a perfectly, to be fair though, is that a margarita? Because no thank you. Put some more toppings on it, mate. What are you talking about? No, there's some pepperoni on there. Okay, fine. Whatever. Don't waste a... Oh. Okay, no, fine. Get it out of your system, Walt. Get it out of your system.
Can't manage that. I will get a restraining order.
Yeah, man. I mean, oh God, you need to give her some time.
Get your restraining order right here! Restrain this!
Man, what is it about the hyper focus on genitals that people have? Do you know what I mean? Like restrain your penis? Yeah, please, yes, please restrain it.
In this economy, a lot of people would kill to break even.
Oh, Jesse's gonna rock up, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. Oh, it's my house. What?
God, this is all we need.
Hey, Mom.
This is vindictive.
See, it's really not a good time.
It's a very vindictive thing that Jesse... is it, though? I remember they were being very unfair to him. Not very unfair. They were being, like, fair to a certain extent, but, like, unfair in the sense that they just kicked him out. There's a whole thing that I was like, that's not great because they're making him fucking homeless right now, and that's not okay. I didn't agree with that, so I get where Jesse's coming from. But I think, pause, at least to me, in that moment, the most important thing about that scene and how that played out with Jesse was that he was shrewd. The thing that I keep talking about with Jesse's character, and I feel like where I feel like he's going, I still, and I'm going to stand by it, and I might be wrong, and that's fine, but I stand by the idea that Jesse's going to turn into this very in control person, this very kind of competent person, this very kind of, you know, because he was streetwise before, but I think he's been learning a fucking lot, right? You know, he had that experience, like last episode he was like, nah, I'm the bad guy, mate. You know, this idea of him being this kind of drug kingpin, you know, he's off the drugs, he's not, you know, sampling the product. I'm seeing a little bit of that at Jesse that I want to see, that I think we might get eventually in that decision and the way that he handled that, because it was clean, it was cut, it got Saul involved. He went, saw his dad, he had that conversation with his dad, clocked straight away that his dad didn't want anything to do with him. He read a lot from that conversation and he was like, right, okay, I'm going to back away and I'm going to handle this a different way, and that's fine. And he did, and he's done that. So, like, he saved himself some money first of all. Not only that, he leveraged the meth, like the fact that like he was responsible for the meth lab underneath, and he used that to get the house at half fucking price. That's diabolical, mate. That's diabolical. That's very shrewd, it's very cunning, and everything that brought that event to being shows me that Jesse's going towards a place that is very interesting and more in line with what I've been speculating about and where I think his character might be going, which is good news. Like, I really want it to go that way. And it's also interesting because it's like it's flipping as well. It's flipping Walt and Jesse, because obviously we got into like season 1, and you know, Walt and Jesse are this dynamic that's very cut and dry, right? Walt is this, he's very mature, he's clever, he's kind of the brains of the operation. He's like, no, this is going to happen this way, and he's kind of the crux of it, right? Jesse is valuable and needed, but he's very much a child. He's very kind of, he's not very in control of things. He's not very in control of himself. You know, he's still partaking of the product or doing weed or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of the irresponsible, or was the irresponsible part of that duo. Now we're seeing Walt is kind of off the rails. He's not got his life together. Everything's going wrong for him. And Jesse's in this place where he's very clear about who he is, who he wants to be, what he wants to do. He wanted the house and he made it happen in a very clever way. Do you know what I mean? Like, so their roles in that duo have very much been flipped. Very interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see where that goes, and whether the trajectories that they're both on are going to keep going in the trajectory that they are going, and Jesse is going to become this kingpin, and then maybe Walt is going to keep spiraling and become this monstrous Heisenberg that he has been threatening to become. We'll see. Play. Of course she has. Yeah, and I think the thing we're seeing now with Walt is dangerous, because the twins have got his name. You know, they're going to start coming for him. It's only a matter of time. We know that's going to happen now. And he's not in a place to counter that. He's not in a place to do anything about that at all, right? He needs to be getting powerful. He needs to be consolidating himself and his business, and he's not, which is putting him in such a vulnerable position for the inevitability of their entrance into his life. And maybe them coming in is going to be the crux that he needs, the push that he needs, not only to push him towards Heisenberg, not necessarily Heisenberg, but like the organization. but also the push he needs into... Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. They're going to take him, aren't they? Do you think Skyler or Walt Jr. is going to die? I think out of the two, I think Skyler will die first. You decided to take a shower? Mate. What the fuck, man? That's weird. That's so creepy. Was he moving himself back in? Was that what he was fucking doing? These guys just cool as shit, man. Oh, they're gonna take him. They're gonna take him. He's gonna be naked. It's gonna be glorious. Yeah, please call someone, mate. Is it Gus? Yeah. So is this guy working for both of them then? I wonder. Yeah, see, Gus got in on this based on the fact that Walt was tight, right? Not only did Walt know his shit, but he was infallible. He was, do you know what I mean? That's what Walt sold himself as. He's off the rails, man. Gus is gonna have to fucking, this is what I mean. Gus is gonna come back in a big way. Damn. Do you know what? Polite. Letting the man finish his shower. I like these guys. That's nice. Are they gonna let him dry though? That's the question. I hope you dry in the shower, mate, because otherwise you ain't getting a chance. Oh, they have connections. Okay, well that's interesting. So Gus has some kind of connection with them. What could that be? Yeah, they're not there. Of course they're not. Okay. Whoa, you need to tighten this fucking shit up, man. That's so interesting, because not only, because I thought the cleanup man was Saul's guy, but he called Gus. I get in that moment Saul couldn't do anything, right? Like, why would you call Saul? He can't do shit. And maybe it was just that, maybe it was just the fact that, I don't know, maybe like the cleanup guy isn't necessarily even affiliated with Gus. Maybe it's just the fact that he knew Gus had some kind of connection, and so he called Gus instead. Do you know what I mean? But then maybe he's just working for Gus. I mean, I guess they came from the same phone book, right? They came from Saul's fucking phone book, right? So nothing to say. And hey, man, look, man, the cleanup guy maybe has just worked for them all, and that's fine, whatever. But that's interesting. So yeah, so I'm assuming the twins are working for the cartels, but is there some kind of faction dynamic to the cartels that I'm not aware of, perhaps? Or maybe Gus is part of that. Well, obviously we don't know as much about Gus as we could. I don't think they're obviously not working for Gus, right? They're not working for one another. I think they're very, like the twins and Gus, I think they're separate entities, but I think there is maybe there's some understanding. It's going to be interesting though, because Gus is obviously the guy who offloads Walt's meth, right? And so he's directly working for the opposition, at least to the twins' minds. Will they be aware of that? Will they know that? Is Gus playing like a dangerous game, and is he keeping that under the, you know? I guess it calls into question that we don't know a lot about Gus, right? There's only so much. I say there's only so much speculating that I can do, but there's too much speculation that I could do because we just don't know. The dynamic could be anything. I do think that they're separate entities. And I think Gus is he's clearly got some kind of operation going, right? We saw the little warehouse there at the end. Man, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, we've just got more questions more than anything. Although I am interested to see, I think Walt and Jesse are on these trajectories now. And I kind of want to see them. I don't want to see their trajectories get interrupted. I'll be honest with you, because I think honestly, the trajectories that I see are leading Jesse towards this kind of big, in control drug kingpin who is very in command and control of things, which we saw in this episode, right? We're seeing like little hints of that, and we're seeing Walt go off the rails. He's not in a good place. He's literally moving himself back in. That is not a good move. Skyler's obviously going to get a restraining order. Maybe he's going to end up back in prison. We don't know, but you know, I see this trajectory of Walt's and him spiraling, pushing him towards some kind of Heisenberg-esque mindset in one way or another. And I think, you know, obviously we've got the cleanup guy concerned about Walt, Gus is concerned about Walt, Saul is concerned about Walt. We're seeing this thing in the show consistently enough that it's going to get to a point, I think, where we're going to see Walt forced back in. somehow. And maybe that together with his spiraling is going to create this monstrous Heisenberg. Perhaps that's where I feel like that trajectory is going, you know. So we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Breaking Bad Fridays. Thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure having you. So thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider doing that if you haven't already. I have also recently put out another video. I did a movie commentary on Train to Busan. If you haven't seen that, go check that out as well. I've got some links down below if you'd like to support me. I'm doing a full commentaries of Moon Knight currently on my Patreon. If you're interested, want to see more of me and support me at the same time, then you can go do that down there. So have a look at those links if you'd like to do that. Other than that, mate, thank you again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.